Hey everyone, and welcome to my chaotic mess. If you're new here, my name is Melissa.
Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you.
It's always the kitchen. That's all I'm gonna say. It's always the kitchen. I have dishes to do. I have a stove to clean off. I have projects I need to get done. We're running out of time. It is now the end of September. We go on vacation at the end of October, and I have so much to do. I have to make the mashed potatoes still, which you can kind of see them right there in the corner. The potatoes are on the verge of going bad. They're growing eyeballs, so it's time to get them cleaned off, cut up, and boiled so that I can make the mashed potatoes. I gotta make dressing and freeze it. I got to make pies, freeze them. I've got to, what else was I gonna do? I'm debating still on just doing like canned yams and putting marshmallows on top, like my mom used to do. Well, she used to put stuff in them, like brown sugar and stuff like that. Or if I'm gonna make sweet potato casserole. So I'm debating. It's really gonna come down to time, because I also am going to be doing my very first canning project before we go on vacation, which is making apple butter, because everyone in my family except me likes apple butter. I'll eat it, like it's just not my favorite. You know what I'm saying? My favorite butter, like it's not really a butter. It's I don't know why they call it a butter, because there's no butter in it. But anyway, it's strawberry butter. Oh my god, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. We used to go to the Indiana State Fair every year, and this one Amish booth at the fair sold strawberry butter, and it was amazing. I would buy some every single year. Oh my god, so good. So I might learn how to make strawberry butter. So I don't know, because right now we're intermittent fasting, and really I don't eat hardly anything at all. Like today I had coffee and a yogurt. That's it so far, and it's 2 o'clock. So I've had 2 cups of coffee and a yogurt. I am a little bit hungry, but we're gonna have dinner at like 5:30. So it's like, that's the problem with the intermittent fasting, is that I just sometimes get full at lunch and I don't want to eat dinner. But I know if I don't eat dinner, I have to wait until tomorrow at 11 to eat. So it's like, it's got its pros and cons, you know what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes, dinner time comes along and I'm just like, you know what, I don't want to eat. But what if I get hungry at 8 or 9 and want to eat? So, and I can't, because we're in intermittent fasting. Technically I could. I would just have to wait until like 2 o'clock to eat the next day, which makes no sense at all for us. Also, I don't know anyone out there that's done intermittent fasting, but I've read that you should switch up your times after so long. So like right now, for the last, I want to say last month and a half, we've been doing 11 to 7. So I don't know how off, I need to read the article again, but one of the articles I read said that you should be changing up your times. So you do so long at one time and then you switch it. So you either go earlier an hour, which we can't go earlier an hour because my husband doesn't usually get home till 5:30. And so if we have to stop eating at 6, some nights we may not even get dinner. So there's no way we can go earlier, but we can go later. So we could always do 12 to 7, 1 to 8, whatever. But is that necessary? So I don't know. Someone said to switch it up your body, like it will benefit you better if you're switching up your times after you're doing one for so long, and like you switch it to that, but then you switch it back, so you're going between like 2 different times. And I don't think it means by just moving it an hour. I honestly really think it means by like switching it up. So like 11 to 7, and maybe the next day you're fasting, you're only eating between 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., which would never work for anyone on a normal schedule. So I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about it. So anyone that does intermittent fasting, I would greatly appreciate any advice, because maybe this article is just blowing some smoke and just trying to make an article, because there's a lot of shit out there that people just type up whatever, put it out there because they're getting paid for it. So it makes it really hard to trust things anymore. And I am doing intermittent fasting on my own. It's not like doctor prescribed or anything like that. So it's not like I can go to my doctor and be like, so we're doing fasting and this one article, blah, 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 because maybe she'll turn around and be like, I don't want you fasting. And then I'll be like, well, until we can find some medication that I can actually take with my insurance, I don't really have much of a choice, because so far intermittent fasting is the only thing that's kept my numbers down, because I'm only eating a certain amount of time a day. And for some reason, the longer fasting time gives me better numbers. So I'm just saying, like right now in this stage of life, fasting is what we need to do. Now, hopefully I can get this one medication that they prescribed cheap, because I signed up for the manufacturer prescription discount card. So I wanted to jump in here and let you guys know, because I don't know if I mentioned it in any other future videos or not, but that discount card took the prescription, I kid you not, from $3,000 a month to $1,000 a month. Isn't that ludicrous? Like, that's crazy. Who can afford that? $1,000 a month for some medications? Why are they $3,000 a month to begin with? Because it probably only costs them maybe at the most 20 cents a pill. So why are they selling it for so much? That is ridiculous. Pharmaceutical companies, and insurance companies, but they should be ashamed of themselves. People rely on this crap that they make us rely on, and then they want to charge us out the ass for it. It's ridiculous. This is why people just die. You know what I'm saying? This is why people that, I didn't get it, by the way. I refused. I will stick with the stuff that makes me sick, because I'm on metformin and glipizide, and the metformin, even the extended release here lately, is just made me feel extremely ill. So I'll stick with that, and they can keep their stupid, expensive ass medicine. It's like a whole thing. I know you love my long intros. I know you guys do. But I went to the pharmacy today, and she couldn't get it to run. It just kept locking up the computer. So she said what she's going to do is she's going to go ahead and order it. And then when it comes in, like when I come in to get it, they'll put the card, like the prescription information in then, and see if it will discount it then. Because I'm not paying $3,000 for a prescription. And yes, that's for a 90-day supply, but still, I'm not paying $1,000 a month. I can't afford that. If you can afford that, kudos to you. I'm glad you can afford your medication. But for me, my insurance doesn't cover anything but metformin, glipizide, and this. Hold on, I don't know how to say it. Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, it's in there. It starts with a P. It's like pio something, none of the whatever. Anyway, my doctor took me off that because she says it causes weight gain. And I said, well, that makes sense. I've gained a lot of weight since January when they put me on it. So she took me off that. I'm just on metformin and glipizide right now. And I honestly haven't checked my numbers in a few days. So I'll check it tomorrow morning if I remember. Because I like to check it when I haven't had anything to eat. So we'll do that. But I'm already tired. But I'm pushing through. I'm going to get the dishes done at least. And then we'll take a break and do this side of the kitchen. I need to get the kitchen cleaned up because I have to find a spot for all of my birthday gifts. I need to figure out my bar cart situation. Right now we have the Dreamy on there, which that's where it's gonna go because it doesn't fit under the cabinets properly. Like it scrapes and I don't want it to tear up. So it's gonna live there. Originally we were gonna put the KitchenAid on here so it can be like a rolling baking cart. So I don't know. I really don't know. I might try to make the Dreamy work under the cabinet. Like, let me show you. Because my plan is to move my kettle over with all the other coffee stuff. Let me move these. And so the spot will be open, but the problem is that the outlet's right there. So it'll stick out even further, which means my drying mat would be like that. So that'd be all the drying mat space, which honestly, I'm to the point where everything's going in the damn dishwasher at this point, unless the dishwasher's full, and then I'll hand wash. These are the two that I did not put up this year. They're really cute, but they're battery operated and they don't have a timer like the description says. So I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just gonna stick them in the drawer for now. So if I moved it here, let me take these down. What is that? Oh, that's a Pop-Tart. And show you, kind of show you. Can I move this? Yeah. Ugh. So. Yeah. Oh. Oh, actually it does fit. I think because right here we have a light. I think where I originally tried it, it was hitting the light, but right here it doesn't hit. And that's what it would look like. So technically I could make this a rolling baking cart again, like we originally planned. So I might do that. I don't know. We gotta figure something out though, because I'm running out of kitchens. I am running out of kitchen. You would not believe, like I have a lot of things and I use most of them. So it's not like I have a lot of things I don't use. I use almost everything I own. Like I have 2 large crock pots. I don't need 2 large crock pots all year round, but those are up in the appliance pantry. But like counter space, like I don't want to have to dig this out every time we want to whip up an ice cream, because that's like once a week at least. So I'd rather leave it on the counter because it's something we use often. The coffee pot over there, the K-cup one, I could technically put away, but my dad and mother-in-law are supposed to be coming after Christmas to visit, so it's like, do I want to put it up just to take it back out when they come, and then where am I going to store it? Because I don't use it. Justin doesn't use it, even though he says he would drink coffee. But again, we're fasting, so unless he's going to drink it black, then he can't really drink it until after 11. I don't drink black coffee. I think that's nasty. But I have 3 KitchenAid bowls now because I had 2. And when my dad gave me back my grandpa's KitchenAid, because it's technically was mine, it came to me in the inheritance, he gave me everything because he didn't want it. He said he didn't use it and he didn't want to store it anymore. So I have 3 KitchenAid bowls. I can get rid of that pot up there now though. But these, if you watched my birthday video, these Pyrex bowls, like this one, I don't know what happened to the lid. It's probably the one that completely broke. So, like, or not Pyrex, these are Anchor. I'm sorry, these are Anchor. They were good for a year, but unless you're hand washing them, they're about worthless, because these lids claim, hold on, let me read. Yeah, so it says you can put these in the microwave. Anytime I ever used these in the microwave, they shrank. Hold on. Sorry, I don't like it to get too long, because then, you know, sometimes it doesn't want to edit over and then it's lost footage, because I refuse to buy Google down whatever I had before. When I was having to transfer, that was a nightmare and a half. So anyway, so yeah, I stopped microwaving them because they would tighten up so much that they wouldn't even fit on the bowls anymore, or they would melt. So we have a cover for the food in the microwave now, and that's what we use to cover food. But all these Pyrex, I keep wanting, all these Anchors are going away because of, I got the new Amazon Basic Lock ones. I need to look, because I told you guys I didn't know where I got these ones from. I'm pretty sure I got these, it's called Glass Lock. I either got them off Amazon or I got them at Walmart. I can't remember. But like this size comes in handy because I put onions in this. Like when I chop up an onion and I only use part of it, I'll put the rest in this for later. So I do like the smaller ones. They do get used. This is probably the only one I haven't used. The little square one, which technically I could use it for onions as well. But I don't usually have that much onions. Anyway. So anyway, my point is, I don't know what my point was. Anyway, I have all this crap, but everything I use, I'm making vanilla in there. That's not alcohol to drink. I'm making vanilla. I think I made that video for you guys. I don't remember what I videoed and what I didn't. My apple peeler's up there. I'm gonna be using that when I make apple butter. You know, I could probably go through some of my things. Like I don't use these anymore since my dad gave me the lock ones. So he gave me these, so I haven't been using these, so I could technically get rid of these, but then it's like, well, I think too much. That's the problem. I think too much. This has 4 bowls in it, one's in the refrigerator. So I don't need these. I just need to get rid of them. The plastic I can get rid. I never go for the plastic things except for the big bowls. I keep the big bowls specifically for certain things. But those little plastic things, those are all from when my dad would send us home with food. Because I don't buy the plastic ones because I don't use them. And even my dad switched to glass again. The Instapot, I very rarely use my Instapot anymore. I used to use it for rice, but now I have a rice cooker. And I haven't used the Instapot in forever because when I do something besides rice in it, it doesn't want to seal properly. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. We've tried a new seal and everything. It just, I have to be doing something wrong. So I haven't used it in a while because I've been discouraged from it and I don't want to burn my food. Anyway, I don't know where that tangent got off. I think it's because I don't have space for anything. Like, this is one of the 3 KitchenAid bowls. I just keep onions in it. I have to feel these because I haven't used onions in a while, but they just sit on the counter because I can't put them in here. It's too hot. That's why there's no food in that pantry, by the way. If you guys were ever wondering why I use this for my appliances and not food, is because this, I don't think they insulated it, and it's right on the like that's the outside of the house. That wall and the wall behind it is outside the house. And it gets so hot in there. It was melting my food. Anything that was meltable was melted. So we don't put food in there anymore. I mean, like, I use it for things like my oil is in here. This is the vanilla I'm making, and it's pretty much almost ready. So, and then I have to put them in bottles. I'm gonna leave that much, add more spiced rum, and keep making it. But I have my garlic oil in here that I made to refill my bottles up. I don't keep much in here besides appliances. My KitchenAid, what is it called? Food processor. My parchment paper's in there because there's no more room in my drawer. I need to like really sit down and design this kitchen. I really do. Like, if I didn't have a door there and this door, I would put something right here. But we have to be able to get out to the garage because that's where the laundry room is. And right now I keep the dog's food and water here because I've tried it in multiple other places and it just gets ants. I don't know why the ants don't come all the way over here. You'd think it'd be easier for them because that's the garage right there behind you guys. They don't come. I don't know. I really don't know. But I have to order more of these. I've been using these for like when I make too much of something, I store them in this. And I don't know why. I think it's just because I'm thinking, just throw it in the oven and then we'll throw it away when I'm done. But if it's like, what did I freeze? Barbecue chicken. Then I'm gonna just put like in a crock pot or something. I'll put it in the glass or plastic, whatever. But like I put breakfast casseroles in those. I'm gonna be putting mashed potatoes in those. dressing, all sorts of fun stuff. Oh, also, real quick, hold on. All right, to all my bakers out there, and it's sad that I'm even asking this question because I literally went to culinary school for baking and pastry. So I should know the answer, but I didn't get that far. So anyway, I was thinking of just putting pie crust in one of these. This is a 8 by 13, or not 13, 8 by 10, I think. Let me find it. 12 by 10. This is a 12 by 10 pan. Do you think that this would be, because all the pie recipes I have make 2 pies, but I don't want to, these would be easier to transfer to Gallenberg is what I'm saying. So do you think putting pie crust in the bottom of this and putting the 2 pies worth of filling would be enough, or do you think that that's gonna not fill it up enough? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out ways to make things easier, and I feel like this would be easier because I'm making 3 pies. I'm making pumpkin pie, a pumpkin cheesecake, and an apple pie, which I already have the apple pie filling done. It's in the freezer. So I just need to, and I have enough of these. I have 5, but I can use 3 for the pies if you guys think that will work. And hopefully I put this up in time for you guys to answer the question. So I didn't get this up in time for you guys to answer the question. So I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys know I did go ahead and use those pans to make the pies. They look like they came out fine, but I'll let you know after we actually eat them if they actually worked. So I know one of the recipes I specifically looked up for pumpkin cheesecake bars instead of pumpkin cheesecake pie, because usually we'll call for a spring form pan when you do the pie. And I followed it to a T. The pan size was a little bit bigger than what it called for, but it took way longer to cook than the recipe said. So I don't know. But if not, and I do try it, I'll let you know if it works. Because I'll probably try it with the apple pie because it's not as liquefied as the pumpkin pies are gonna be. So I don't know. I'm just afraid I might have to go buy more apple filling because I honestly don't even know if I have enough apple filling to make 2 pies. I think the apple pie I was only gonna make 1. I don't know. So maybe I'll try it with the pumpkin pie because the pumpkin pies are cheap to make. I know that sounds so horrible. People are like, pumpkin pie is not cheap. It's cheap. Like compared to other pies, pumpkin pie is pretty affordable to make. So I am going to try that, I think. Okay. Now, I said I was going to push through and just do the damn dishes, but now I actually do have to go sit down because I've talked too much. Guys, please don't get used to these over an hour videos. Sometimes I just lose track of how much I've actually recorded. So whatever. I try my best to estimate, but apparently I wasn't paying attention during this time. I think I was just trying to get everything done in this video and wasn't really anticipating how long it was actually going to be. So anyway, I already talk a lot in this video, so I am probably going to do some music as well. But I just wanted to let you guys know I am sorry for the over an hour videos, and it's not going to be a habit, I promise. Once I get caught up with everything, I am genuinely putting all the clips in the same video. I'm not like adding clips from a different video to make them longer. I am this is just how it came out. So hopefully the next ones won't be so long, but if they are, I apologize. I'm trying my best, and I will try to be more mindful of how much I've recorded in the future. So again, I'm sorry that it's over an hour again, but I can only do my best. And look, the hurricane put me behind because we were without electricity or internet for a while. So I am doing my best to make it up to you guys. You'd think I'm new at this. I've done loaded half the dishwasher. So, that being said, please sit back, grab a snack, and enjoy this longer video. And I will chime in every now and then, maybe, but I'm actually going to try and put some different music in. I know I've been playing like the same old songs over and over, but that's just because I've actually been too lazy to go and just download more songs. So I pay for Epidemic Sound. I should really utilize it better. But anyway, enjoy whatever music I come up with.
I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words no more, no. I really thought we had it covered. Was gonna patch up all the scars, but we smashed up all the parts. Oh na na na. Always knew that you were stubborn, but didn't know it'd be so hard to figure out who you really are. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words no more. We're done now, no words no more. We're done now, no words no more. We're done now, no words no more, no, no. We're done now, no words no more. We're done now, no words no more. We're done now, no words no more, no, no. Yeah. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. We keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, 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 down. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. Now, no words no more, no.
don't know if I've ever played that song before, but it was in my saved files on Epidemic Sound from like last year. But I honestly don't remember it. So it is done by, I'm gonna guess, Lovely without any vowels. It's just LVLY. Um, but yeah, it's not a bad song. I went all the way back to my older files and just downloaded a bunch of them. Um, mainly because I just don't have the time to really search for newer songs. It does take a little bit of time to go through and find things that I like. So just bear with me. Christmas is coming and I'm about to have to download all Christmas music. So, okay, it's the next day. I woke up with a massive headache, a really big headache. I've had a cup of coffee and I ate a salad, and it's helped a little bit, but my head is still really, really hurting. So, anyway, um, we're gonna push through because here's the thing. Tomorrow is Friday, I don't know, 27th of September. We have a hurricane coming. Well, we're getting the tropical storm part. The hurricane's gonna hit the armpit, but so far it's not even started raining, just high winds, which is fine. So I've already had to bring some of the inside stuff inside the house, but it's supposed to be past us by tomorrow, and I'm filming my fall house tour tomorrow regardless of what my house looks like. If it's trashed, it's just trashed. I just don't care at this point anymore. I don't feel good ever these days, and so if I just wait until I can perfect the whole house, it'll never happen because that table is still trashed. I need to move some of this craft stuff in there, and it's just, it is what it is. At least, you know, this part, I know the salad stuff is still out, but for the most part, this side is looking fine, which is good because after I wash the potatoes, I need to cut them and then we're gonna boil. We're making the mashed potatoes today, guys. We have to. I just can't keep putting it off. I also was planning on making this dressing today, so we may or may not get to that. I have to boil eggs, and I'm gonna have to, before I can even finish the dressing, I'm gonna have to go to the store and buy eggs, because if I made the recipe a long time ago, you guys can go look it up if you want it, somewhere on my channel. It's my grandma's cornbread stuffing or dressing, but you put boiled egg, like you boil eggs, cut up, put those in the dressing, but you also need raw egg as a binder. So I only have 6 eggs. That's going to be enough to boil and put in the dressing, because I'm going to make a triple batch, because I want to freeze. I love the dressing, so I want to freeze some specifically for us to have, and then the other one I will take to Gatlinburg, because in my family it's just me and my dad and I think Justin that likes the dressing. Everyone else prefers stovetop. I will eat stovetop. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like stovetop, but if you give me the choice between the two, I'd rather have homemade dressing. Anyway. We gotta get something done today. I'm gonna finish putting the trash can back together, and we'll get the potatoes washed, cut, and started. I had that headache for 4 days. 4 days. It was ridiculous. I have never in my life had such, well, basically it turned into a migraine. It started as a headache, and then by Friday it was a migraine that lasted into Saturday. So it was very, I don't know. I don't normally get a lot of migraines. So it was just weird. I don't know. Oh man. Oh, sorry. I guess I could have cut that out, but it's okay. um yeah, I don't normally get migraines like that. I get headaches, but they've never been that bad in a long time. So, I don't know. Anyway, we're making mashed potatoes, and all I can say to you guys is make sure you're salting your water. Just salt that water, salt it up, make it like the ocean, okay? Make it like the ocean.
How'd you do? I'm not broken, I'm just split in two. Hope you're fine, ain't got time to do everything you said you would. Frames of the past and the memory of you just come running by. Pictures of sunny days with your smile in the bar. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. Try to be cool, even wear that shirt you wanted to. My friends think I'm lame. Since I met you, I am not the same. It was not meant to be a fairy tale with a happy end. Girl, you take care now. I hope we can be friends. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. Oh, how'd you do? I'm not broken, I'm just split in two. Hope you're fine, ain't got time. I'm not broken, not broken, not broken. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them.
Alright, so we're gonna have to do these in two batches because for the life of me I can't find my second pot like this. But what I'm gonna do, turn you this way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get out the cream cheese. I know I bought cream cheese. Why can't I find? Why can't I see? Why? I know I bought it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright. So cream cheese always room temperature, but since part of this is going to be cooled off before the other half gets done, I'm going to lay out the butter as well. It'll just make it easier. So all of this needs to come to room temperature. I need to get one more stick of butter. These aren't healthy for you by any means. So if you're looking for a healthy mashed potato recipe, this isn't it. This is definitely not it. It is creamy. It tastes so yummy. You know what? I do have heavy cream, okay. My milk is bad, but because the trash has already ran this week, it will sit in here until next week because, yeah. But I do have heavy cream, so we're good. Yeah, there's enough in there. All right, I'm gonna actually sit down and rest because I did all of that you just saw in one standing. So I'm gonna sit down and rest, and then I'm going to start baking cornbread. So we're gonna make the cornbread dressing today as well, which means I need to boil eggs, but I will boil eggs. I'll put the eggs on to boil after I make, oh man, I need to make, let's see how many eggs I need for the cornbread. Okay, so I need milk too. So I'm gonna have, my husband's stopping to get buns at Aldi's, so I'll have him get eggs and milk as well. I guess I'll dump that out and rinse out the container so I can throw it away. Usually I just dump it though. I don't put it in recycle before you come at me. If I don't rinse it, I don't put it in recycle. The only things that usually get put in recycle are the ones that are clean. So anyway, we will do those. We'll do the cornbread dressing tomorrow because I don't want to use, I won't have enough to do it today. I don't want the cornbread to go stale. The cornbread's the only thing that you don't make stale. Like I have to set bread out and make that stale. So I'll actually set the bread in the microwave tonight. That way the dog can't get to it and stuff. But yeah, now I'm going to go sit down and rest, and then we'll come back to this when it's time to come back.
I left things unsaid, and you cannot forget how my mistakes haunt us, but do they really daunt us? Your tongue can be sharp, cut me close to the heart, but we can master the art. And the thing is that these scars are scary, but they are just some old scars. We should never be afraid of them. You and I know when we are too far apart, everything just falls apart. So I just close my eyes and dream about our kids and how they're running around. Won't you come and lay down next to joys of what will come. I have made the choice of thinking bigger. 'Cause you are all that I need. You are all that so I just close my eyes and dream about our kids and how they're running around. Won't you come and lay down next to me? Close your eyes and we'll be free.
This is the last of the soda that I drink. So, these are considered sodas, but I don't think they're carbonated. Yeah, these aren't carbonated, whereas this has soda water in it, so it's definitely carbonated. But, so once the Frescas are gone, I'm gonna try to do without them. I usually drink them when my stomach's upset, and here lately it's been like almost every day. But I also haven't had my poppies in a few days, so that could possibly be part of the issue. I don't know. I need to go put that in storage. This pack, I'm hoping will be what we take to Gatlinburg. I ordered 24 of the blue, and I have a can of orange, or a case, a 4-pack, I think it's 4 or 6-pack of orange over there. So that will be my drinks in Gatlinburg besides water. So I don't know, we'll see if these last. I might have to do another order like a week and a half before we leave. That way it's here on time. We'll see. Anyway. No rain yet, but the winds are really, really picking up. I'm sitting here just trying to figure out lunch. I don't want Wawa, but I want Monsters, and I don't feel like going in anywhere. And Wawa, I can do curbside pickup. So, and I really would hate to just do curbside pickup for drinks. Anyway, so I don't know. I really don't need Monsters, but I want one because I'm exhausted. Um, so I don't know what we're doing for lunch. I've been just eating lunch meat sandwiches, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get. I don't know. I really don't know. My stomach has been way too upset over these last few weeks to even think about what I want food wise. Like I I'm going to tell you right now, and this may be TMI, but the it upsets my stomach so much that I have to use the bathroom a lot. So that's as graphic as I'm going to get there. And so really food never, like, I'm hungry, but the thought of eating just makes my stomach churn. You know, that's where I'm at in my life. That's where I'm at with my medicine, my medical life, is that I just need to eat. I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry. But the thought of eating anything just makes my stomach upset thinking about it. Because I know that it's just going to hurt worse afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. That's just a little TMI information there. But hey, what are we going to do about it?
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this page. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy that you don't. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would. And like all of you, I know that I'm obvious, yet I'm made this way. But why didn't I stay when I had the chance? Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done in my drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy that you don't. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? The only one that's left in the rain. The only one that's left in the rain. Am I the only one? 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 Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy that you don't. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain?
Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why I'm always feeling homesick. Oh.
Alright, so we're starting from this angle just because the air is on and it was making me cold and I didn't want to put the sweater on. Anyway, I've been busy this morning, so first thing I did was I don't know if you can see. Here, how about I just do this? This will be easier. I boiled eggs for our dressing, and then I made cornbread for dressing. And I laid out some bread that's still not stale. It's getting there. So we're basically just waiting for this to get stale. Maybe if I stick it in the oven. What do you think? Will that make it stale faster? I don't know. Anyway. So I also laid out some barbecue pork for dinner tonight. And I think I'm gonna make baked beans with that because I don't have any more french fries. So what we're gonna do, we need to do the dishes. As you can see, well, that's just my birthday stuff I still need to put up. Maybe you can't see how bad the dishes. We need to do the dishes. Most of that can go in the dishwasher. There's a few things I have to hand wash in there. And then we're going to chop up the onions. I'm gonna probably just go ahead and cut up all that I have, and then I can freeze whatever we don't use. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the celery. We're gonna chop up all that we have and freeze whatever we don't use. And I think that's all we have to do for prep. And then once these are stale, then I'm gonna try flipping them, see if that helps a little. But once these are stale, it'll be time to start prepping, making's probably closer to the right word, making our dressing. So we have to make it that it's set overnight, taste it, and once we get the right taste is when we add the raw eggs in, and then we'll separate it into the pans tomorrow. So it's Friday. Should I have started this on a Friday? Probably not, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's already 1 o'clock, guys. Oh my God. I just have not been feeling it today. Like, not feeling it at all. Like, I am exhausted. I don't know why. I'm tired. I really just want to go take a nap. In fact, I might just go take a nap. If I go to sleep now, 1, wake up around 3. These should be stale by then. Then all we have to do is the dishes. And yeah, let's do that. We're gonna go take a nap. All right, many hours later. The bread is still not completely stale. So I might be just putting the cornbread in the refrigerator along with the eggs. I already put the eggs in the refrigerator earlier before I took my nap. I peeled them, put them in the fridge. So I might just be covering up the cornbread until then and doing this tomorrow. I don't know. This bread has never taken this long to dry out, but I've also never pulled it from the freezer first. It's always been fresh, and then I thawed it out, so it's taken a little bit of time to stale, is all I'm saying. I will check it again before I go to bed tonight. So, well, probably an hour before bed. I'll check it when Justin goes to bed because I usually end up going to bed like an hour after him. But if it's stale, then we'll go ahead and mix it up. But for now, I'm gonna do the dishes, so yeah.
Right now I'm standing in a corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing, oh, everybody's singing, oh. I don't know what it is about you, closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you. Just say the word and we can leave this place. I'll take you anywhere you want. As long as we're together, everything we'll do. You got me going, oh, you got me going, oh. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you. When I look in your eyes, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It's almost like you make me fly. And when I look at you smile, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. Oh! Let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, let me love, let me love you. Let me love you.
All right, I figured it out. I'm going to still go to Wawa, but I'm gonna get my Monsters. I'm gonna get a frozen lemonade and a pretzel with cheese. That's what I'm gonna get. Just because pretzel with cheese sounds good. Their pretzels aren't the best. Like, I would much rather have a Racetrack pretzel with cheese, but I'm not driving all the way to Racetrack. I say that like it's super far away, but it's literally in the next town over. It's over in Northport, and I don't live in Northport, and I'm not driving all the way there just to get a pretzel. And again, it's not that far. Like, my husband literally works 9 miles from the house, and he's in Northport. So when I tell you it's not that far, really, I just don't want to go that far. Wawa is literally at the end of the block. Literally at the end of the block. Like I told you guys, I probably give you way too many hints at where I live, but like, it's at your own discretion, and you're risking your own life if you come to my house. I'm just letting you know that. I'm gonna be upfront and honest with you. My dog will probably kill you. Like, that's not an exaggeration. My dog will probably kill you. He is extremely protective of me. So I just advise people not to try, because if you do, you're going to fuck around and find out. That's just all it is to it. And even if you came when my husband was home, then you would have my husband to worry about. So just don't try to pull anything. And if you figure out where I live, just stick to your own area. There's no need. This is what I don't get about people. Stop stalking people. Stop looking up these YouTubers and doxing them. Like, I honestly don't care if people know where I live. I really don't. Like, honestly, I don't. Like, I'm not a big YouTuber, so it's not like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that big of a YouTuber that I'm that worried about people finding out where I live. But at the same time, if someone went and purposefully put my address out there, that would kind of piss me off a little, because here's the thing. If I want you to have my address, I'll give you my address. But it's not anybody else's choice to put my address out there but mine. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's all I'm saying. I've heard a bunch of YouTubers lately talking about how people were putting their addresses out on the internet, and they were starting to get people just showing up at their doors and stuff like that. What makes you think, like, I know we're friends and everything, but don't just show up at my door. You know, send me a message saying, hey, I'm going to be in the area. Can we meet up? Because I'll more than be happy to meet up with anyone. But don't come knocking at my door, because my dog is, like I said, he's not a nice dog. So, anyway, that I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but yeah, it's just crazy, like all these people that just show up at people's houses, and they never met these people a day in their lives, and these people are just showing up at their houses. We get it. We put our lives out there on the internet, but that doesn't mean you have the right to insert yourself personally into our lives. That's all I'm saying. And I know there's a bunch of people out there that would disagree. They'd be like, nah, you put yourself out there. That means we're allowed to be personal and ask personal crap, and we demand to know all this. But no, you have no right to know anything more than what someone tells you. So that's all I'm saying. And I tell you guys an awful lot. And I'm not saying anyone's doxing me, which if you do, that's on you. But don't show up at my house without letting me know you're coming. Because for one, I probably won't answer the door. For two, if I do answer the door, I'm going to let the dog out. So just be forewarned, okay? Like, I know the people that work for my landlord. I know most of the delivery people that come here. So, just be forewarned, okay? I've only put the dog up for certain people. Door-to-door salesman, I don't. I literally don't. I barely open the door, and he sits there and barks, and they're scared. And I say, I'm sorry, not interested. So just be warned. I only put the dog up when I know the person, because I ain't trying to get murdered in my house, okay? Anyway, I don't know why we got off on such a dark topic. I think because I just recently watched a video on someone in tears because someone leaked their address online and someone just showed up at their door. And they didn't know this person. They didn't know what the person wanted. They never met. You know what I'm saying? It's scary. It's really scary. Yeah, we put our lives on the line for you, online for you, but that doesn't mean you have the right to just insert yourself. That's all I'm saying. Just stop. Stop being creepy, people. Stop. Just stop. That's all I'm saying. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I finished the dressing, and we ended up getting 3 pans of dressing. So we'll have that for future things. But yeah, I'm going to end this because it's long enough, and then I'm going to start the next video and then do the full house tour, which you will have already seen. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, thumbs up, comment down below, anything. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Bye.